Tell us a little bit about what Thrive is, what your services are, and what you can provide to real estate agents or the real estate industry as a whole.
So Thrive, I was put on this planet to work with the most amazing people and help them thrive through connecting.
I like that.
What we do with Thrive is we actually work with business development folks, marketers, leaders to help them better connect with their customers, with their message, and with their people. So I'm brought in to speak and consult at a lot of different companies, workshops, and specifically as it relates to real estate, there are more realtor salespeople than any other industry out there. It is the largest sales force in the world, technically. So they're always looking to better connect to their customers, individuals on the residential side, and obviously big companies on commercial. So the work that I do helps people connect faster. And that type of message, when you connect quickly and understand the needs of your end customer, you thrive.
That's absolutely correct. I couldn't agree with you more. It's interesting. Several years ago, I hosted a panel here, maybe 3 years ago, on becoming a world-class connector.
Yeah.
Because in this industry, in this business, if we can't thrive through our connections, we aren't going to be successful. And I also hosted a panel today on the technology revolution.
Yeah.
And, I pointed out, even though we need to be ahead of the curve in technology and do all the right things to improve our stand in that arena, we still can't take out the personal touch.
We can't live without it.
We can't live without it. So how do you help people understand that?
It's important to note, I wrote a book called Master the Art of Connecting. And it was during my tour of promoting the book that I started to realize that all of the lessons that I had were a nice additive piece to all these different means that are out there. Sure, technology is helpful, and we can use it as ways to expedite how we connect to people. But the real truth is that still, today, relationships are done between two people.
Yeah.
The faster we learn how to connect to the people we want to connect and do business with and understand their needs and their world, and that's really the key, is stop making it about me and make it about them.
Absolutely.
The more that we're going to be able to deliver results faster. And the skills of understanding connecting, if you use technology to help you expedite how you can get to meet someone in person, that's great. I joke about this all the time. I show someone when it's appropriate to email, when it's appropriate to text, when it's appropriate to call, and when it's appropriate to meet someone.
Right.
And too often, these rules of all these amazing devices that we have, people have broken.
Absolutely.
So the goal here is to know how to use them most effectively, with the end goal always being the personal touch. For a while, people have been saying, oh, well, there's a generational issue. Older people are old school and newer people this. Let me make it clear. We all learn from each other. And the truth is, a lot of skills that you and I grew up with, we actually spoke on the telephone, which is a two-way conversation versus a lot of the one-way ways that we communicate.
Correct.
All of that paired together enables us to figure out how to use these tools to faster get to where we can hear each other out. Listening is more important than talking.
Again, I can not disagree with that. Tell us about the podcast.
Yeah, sure.
And where people can find it, and how often it's a download situation, right? So you can find it anywhere.
Well, so we, Thrive Loud is the podcast where we feature those that are thriving in their lives, their businesses, and their passions. We have industry experts, thought leaders, famous people. We've had a lot of fun with the show. And anywhere on social media, you can find me at Thrive Loud, which Thrive is the company, and Loud is what we try to get people to do, to reach from the top of the rooftops to not only just connect, but connect to the best level.
I'm going to go home and probably not download one tonight because I'm exhausted, but I'm going to absolutely listen to it. Sounds very interesting.
Excellent.
And very, my favorite word of the day here is relevant.
Very true.
Relevant to what we do here, relevant to what the industry is about today. And again, going forward and moving in the right direction, you got to be on all fronts.
We look forward to finding ways to connect with people the most. And what the podcast has done, in which we spoke about here today at the conference, was whether you're a host, whether you're a guest, or more importantly, listeners can use the lessons that we have to better connect with people and actually use that tool to grow their business.
Absolutely. And the listeners out there are the ones who need to grow their business, and
Absolutely.
they're the ones who are going to pass the word on.
Absolutely.
Lou Diamond,
Thank you
nice
so much
to meet
for having me today.
Thank you.
You got it.
Okay.